Hi there YouTube, it's Joe from South East London here, part-time eBay reseller. It's been a long time since I've done a video. This is a haul video from pickups. Sorry, just trying to sort this light out. There we go. Yeah, this is a haul video from Saturday's pickups. I've been out to one boot sale today. I've not been out to the boot sale for a couple of weeks, so it's really great to get out. Boot sale was really quiet actually, despite the weather being really great and all the rest of it, but still did alright, still got some good things. There was one guy who had three sort of nice pickups all in one go, so I got them off him, which I'll show you in a minute. But I'll just talk you through some of the stuff I picked up and what I hope to make from it and so on. I've got a couple of these ink cartridges, new and sealed, 2017 expiry. A lady wanted £5 for the pair of them, which was fine. That goes for about 20 quid. This I got to guide to throw in as part of something else I picked up, but this is again worth picking up by itself. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force. There's three Yu-Gi-Oh! Games on the PS2. Duelist of the Roses and something Colosseum Capsule or something, and then this one, and this is the most valuable of the three, but they're all worth picking up if they're sort of £1 or so on. But I've got a guy to chuck that in for free. This is quite nice as well. This is Sony Walkman, focus on that, DEJ 250, and this is about a £25 unit. It's got the extra bits as well, which come with it, although saying that, this is pretty on its last legs there, but you know, you should see how I get on with that. It's pretty nice. One lady had a Wii, and it was her kid's Wii, and you sort of think, oh gosh, here we go. You're expecting to pull out loads of rubbish games, it to all be trashed. I could see sort of like a lot of these accessories and stuff like that. I've got one of the box, you know, these sorts of things on top, and you think, oh, that's not going to be a great bundle. But I had a little look in there, and there was actually some amazing, there's a really good set of games in there. Yeah, all the games here at Sports Stores, Mario, you know, all these games pretty decent, worth selling by themselves. Mario and Sonic, the Olympics not so much so, but really good. And then there's loads of extra sort of paraphernalia. She had one official steering wheel and a couple of these sort of generic third-party ones. But then I couldn't see all of this stuff, but then I saw that it was the red Wii with the red Wii Motion Plus built in on the controller. It's got an official black one, an official white controller, and an unofficial pink one. A couple of Motion Pluses as well, which is nice and stuff like that, and the silicone cases. And she said she wanted 50 quid for it all, and I said I'd give her 40 quid for it, and she took 40 on it, which again might sound like a lot, but I mean, this red controller with the silicone case as it is, you know, you could sell it for 30 quid if you want, sort of 25, 30 quid if you wanted to. But yeah, I'll keep the Wii together probably. So yeah, that was quite nice. So I was pleased with that. So that was a nice one. Okay, so the guy I picked up three things off. This was one of the things I picked off. This N64, which was nice. Nothing particularly special games wise, but Worms Armageddon goes for about sort of 10 to 15. Banjo-Kazooie about a £10 game, sort of £8 to £10 for GoldenEye. The others aren't so good. A couple of controllers. The green one, the stick's pretty reasonable, bit sort of loose. This grey one, the stick's not great. And then it's just got your regular standard expansion jumper pack in there. It's not got the expansion. And I'd bought a couple of things off him already for that, and so I just said, look, I mean, I'd give him 20 quid for it. And this guy is a dealer, so it's tricky. Yeah, everything he buys, you know, he's probably paid 10 quid for this or something the previous week at the boot sale, so it's quite tricky to sort of get really good prices off him. But, you know, I was happy to pay 20 quid for that, so that was that. He also had 18 Saturn games. Now, I don't know a huge amount about Saturn. I know a few of the titles to look out for and various things, but you know, I thought, well, let's have a little look through. As long as they're not all sports titles and all sort of rubbish, there might be some money in these. But again, I asked him how much he wanted for them, and he was sort of saying, well, you tell me what you want to pay. And I hate it when people say that, but because I said, and I just turned around and said to him, I said, well, I don't know how much you paid for them, do I? You know, if he'd paid 6 quid for the lot or something, he's going to want 20 quid. But if he'd paid what he said he paid £2 a game, which would have meant 36 quid. I don't know if he did pay that, but you know, so there's some sort of just general games in here. So Virtual Fighter Kids, Athletic Kings, and these games are sort of £5-ish games. I'll probably just bundle these all together. Majority of these, I've got Virtual Fighter 1, 2, and the kids one, so they might do a little bundle. Theme Park. Bugs is worth a little bit by itself. Sega Rally, and then these games are worth a little bit more. This is Clockwork Knight, but one of these, yeah, that it's unfortunately not got the instructions, and then this one is unfortunately it's not Clockwork Knight in there. It's not a bad game, but it's not as good. It's just yeah, Nights into Dreams there, which again, not a bad game, but I'm gonna have to sell that separate. But then there might be a bit of value in this case because it's quite a decent game. Pinball Graffiti is about a £20 plus game, so that's not bad. X-Men Children of the Atom, again, about a £20 game. Virtual On Cyber Troopers, sort of £10 game. Baku Baku, you can get about £20 for that. It's like a sort of columns sort of style game, Tetris sort of thing. Street Racer, not much in that. Need for Speed again, not much there. Fighting Vibes, about a £10 game. And Sonic 3D, not much there. So I did pay up on them because I said, well, he wanted to almost like £3 a game for them. So I managed to get the whole lot for 50 quid, which wasn't bad. Considering a couple of those games, 2 or 3 of them are sort of £20 games by themselves, and all the rest will be profit there. Complete new and sealed 24, 1 to 8, and Redemption, paid 5 quid for that. That goes to about 20 quid-ish. Then one of the other things I got off this guy was this Megadrive deal. Now he wanted, again, considering I paid £50 for those games, I knew I wasn't going to get this for anything like that either. So I had to pay up a bit on this. But he said how much do I want for this, and I ended up getting it for £65, which again, you know, he's probably paid. I'd like to be the person who finds it off the guy he found it off of, when he probably paid like 30 quid for it or something, or 20 quid for it. But I can't get to every boot sale, I can't be at every stall, so I'm more than happy for this guy to pick it up, him to double his money, and me to still have loads of profit in it. Because yeah, I'll show you what was part of it. It's the actual console itself, and then you've got an official controller there, and then a Competition Pro controller, which still got a bit of value actually. They're not sort of, as far as third party ones go, they're alright. And then this was really nice. It's got these WKK wireless controllers. They're a little bit like the Wavebird ones you get on the GameCube. You just plug that in, that receiver, and then you can play it wirelessly. It needs 4 AA batteries, and that little trio there, somebody's got 45 quid for that on eBay. So yeah, that's really, really good to look out for those. And then it's got the arcade stick, which is about depends how long you want to wait, but sort of £10 to £15 on that. And likewise the Menacer, it's got the gun, the receiver, and the game in there, and that goes for about, well, again, if you're patient, I mean, it's anything from sort of like 15 to 30, depending on how long you're willing to wait. And then it had all these games with it, and I'll go through these games. These games are just sort of your more generic games which are worth less than 5 quid, so I'll probably bundle these with the console. You've got Sonic, Galaxy Force, Olympic Gold, Fantasia, Echo the Dolphin, Sonic 2, I mean Sonic 1 and 2, they always help sell a console, and then EA Hockey. And just to say at this point, I've said this so many times, but I'll say it again for anybody who's new to my videos, when I sell Mega Drive games by themselves, provided it's not like a really expensive game or a decent game, if it's going to be okay, I normally split them out like this, and then they still fit in like an F3 Jiffy bag, and then it'll go as a large letter, whereas when you've got them like this, they're just a bit too fat to go through. So those are like the NAF titles, in terms of the Mega Drive. But then there were some really nice titles, and all these are about £15 plus games, so yeah, around about that price. I've got Dark Castle, EA game, Man Overboard, the artwork on there, very nice. Subterranean, sort of like an R-type sort of game by the looks of it. Sword of Sedan, Empire of Steel. And then these games, you know, you can get even sort of 20 quid for some of these games. Then on 2, Mega Blast, and the original Toe Jam and Earl. That's sort of like a £25 game. So all in all, for 65 quid, yeah, there's loads of money in that. So really pleased with it. I'll probably say sell off some of these games by themselves. This set by itself, the arcade stick, the Menace by itself, and I'll probably just bundle up the rest and just get that out the door. So yeah, so I paid, what was it? 65, 25. So yeah, 135 quid I ended up giving that guy for those 3 things, but I was really happy with that, for the Mega Drive, the Saturn, and the N64. A couple of other little bits I got a Rosetta Stone, which you're not allowed to sell on eBay technically, but if you're quick and you list it cheaply, you can get away with it sometimes. It's one of their Vero products, you're not allowed to sell it. But I paid, a lady wanted 2 quid for that, and that goes for about 20 quid. And then I got a few pairs of trainers. Got a pair of, they're a bit dirty, but a pair of white Converse, size 5, they were 2 quid. A little pair of Nike Rifts for a couple of quid as well, with a little rainbow pattern on, quite nice. They should clean up fairly well. Paid 2 quid on those, get about 15 back on them. These are nice, a nice pair of white Converse, a couple of quid. A little bit of wear on the inside actually, but again, still do alright with them, still get about 15 quid for them. 15 to 20 really in the summer. And then lastly, a pair of Nike Air Max 1s. Unfortunately, they're missing one of the inner soles, but you know, it doesn't really matter. They're like really nice trainers, and they were 4 quid, but should look to get about 20 to 25 back on those. So yeah, so that was my morning. So thankfully, the guy with all the sort of the games and the consoles, he sort of kept me in it. But otherwise, it'd have been a bit disappointing. But yeah, loads of money, and I'm going to try and shift some of this fairly quickly. I need to just keep listing. Summer's obviously busy for everybody, but it's really busy for myself. So I just need to really push on, get some stuff listed, get it out the door. My sales have been all right considering it's summer. Not brilliant, but I've just not been listing stuff. I've not been around as much. Work gets really busy for me, sort of like the end last week of summer term and sort of the first week of the holidays. But hopefully in a week or so's time, I'll be able to sort of get back on top of stuff and start listing things and pushing it out there. I've had some nice pickups from some of the local charity shops, which I've sort of been putting on the Facebook group as and when. But yeah, that was my morning. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope sales are going well for you and people's businesses are growing, and I will be in contact again soon. Cheers, guys. Bye.